Happy November, my dearest Aries. Welcome. I hope you're going to have an amazing month. This month, I'm going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do an In the Shadows reading, which is basically because, Scorpio season is like it gets darker. Um, the Scorpios are associated with death, rebirth, judgment, the tower. So it's kind of a time when things may get a little heavy. So we're going to look into the shadows to see if there's anything that you need to be looking at or addressing for the month ahead, or anything that may come up that needs to be addressed. So I'm going to pull from the Dark Mirror, and we are going to read exactly what it says. And this is the number 6. And that's crazy because 6s are normally associated with like partnerships and connections and things like that. And it says alone in the world. So like I said, it's kind of odd to be the number 6 card, but we'll see what it says. What do my Aries need to know for the month of November? In solitude I stand, in solitude I may shine. Waiting for something to come back. When we parted ways, we we promised to each other, I will wait for you and I will come back. We may have used different words like it's just for a few months, or a sharper pen like I don't need you. Still we are waiting. Mind has lost hope. Body has lost memory, but our heart is still incomplete. It is shrined into a blessed feeling of longing and desire, innocence and hope, but it is also entombed into a will of solitude and distance. It built walls to stall the passage of time, and the walls kept out everything. Will the prince come, or has the world gone silent while we waited? Waiting is a transition. It has a beginning and it has an end. Waiting is the night, and morning brings the sun of a new day. Very interesting. So it is associated with a partnership. So there's a partnership you could be waiting on. Now that doesn't mean like there's physical distance. This could be you're in a connection and you're waiting for things to get better or to go back to a certain place. It's a comfort zone for you is what I'm feeling, because to go outside of it is gonna take a lot of inner movement, right? So let's get a little more information into what this can mean for my Aries collective, and only take what resonates the most for you. So the first row is going to be in the shadows, things you need to face, like challenges that you might come up against in the month of November. Let's see. And then I'm going to look into your present and then the possible outcome. Okay, that makes sense. Look at all these Scorpio major arcanas coming out. Judgment, the Tower. Oh, and then we got Capricorn too. The Goat. Now, this may only resonate with a few of you Aries, so like I said, don't attach if it is not your reading. Justice. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana so far. So this is something big and life-changing that's happening in the month of November. Okay. Like I said, only take what resonates, because this might be kind of a tougher message here. All right, so the challenge, 9 of Swords, the Tower, and the 8 of Cups. To me, this is you waiting for something. Waiting for things to change, waiting for things to get better, waiting for someone to be what they promise you to be. You had a lot of sleepless nights behind this connection. The challenge is going to be to let it burn. We'll let it fall apart because it was built on a faulty foundation. And Spirit's main advice is the challenge is going to be to walk away, right? It's taking a good hard look at, do I want to live the rest of my life like this? Because as long as I'm waiting, this is what I'm going through. So to me, this combination, Tower, 8 of Cups, is sometimes it's easier to stay with what you know. And this is going to be a little bit harder to accept that maybe I've waited in vain. Maybe I've wasted time hoping and praying that this would resolve. But with the 8 of Cups, that gives you freedom to move to the 9 and the 10 of Cups. This is a prison. This tower is a prison until it gets blown apart and you're able to be free of it. So the challenge is going to be to take a good hard look. Like, have I been waiting in vain on something? Have I been wasting my time in some sense, hoping and praying that something would change, knowing that I'm not seeing anything in the current moment that indicates there's a possibility? To me, it's a challenge, right? It's really a challenge sometimes to say, maybe I was wrong about the situation. Maybe I have been waiting in vain. Maybe I have blocked my blessings from being able to come in because I've been holding on and keeping space for something that might never change. To me, this is surrender. And surrender can be very hard because the ego says, no, you're going to wait for it. You're going to be right. Everything's going to be fine. In reality, it's kind of a lonely world, right? So in the current moment, I see you are going to be taking a really hard look, possibly about a connection that you have felt bound to. Because the devil is the opposite of the devil. I mean, the devil is the opposite of the lovers. The lovers is free to move, free to choose, free to change at any moment. The devil says, no, you're bound to this. You have no choice in the matter. You have no room to take judgment over this situation because you're bound to it. Because it's a soulmate. Because it's somebody you were meant to meet. And that may be true, but you may have met them just so you can gain enough strength within your own self to realize that you deserve better. And that could be the major lesson that you're learning in Scorpio season, is taking a really hard look at maybe something in your life that once was a lover that now is a more of a bondage, right? And this is like setting yourself free. This 2 of Cups is more like the lovers. Give it the room to be free. Just like the butterfly. You set the butterfly free, and if it comes back, it's yours, right? And if it doesn't, then it wasn't yours to begin with. So, like I said, it's not the easiest. And a lot of the devil, a lot of the bondage is basically fear. It's not an actual, like, oh my God, I'm chained to this person, I'm this, I'm that. No. You're free, but it's a mindset of fear. Like, if I let it go, it's never going to come back. That's not true. Now, in the near future, the outcome of this is justice, right? Something rebalances in your life. A new love emerges from this. And I think the whole time that you've been sitting there patiently waiting for something to change, something to grow, something, the reason why it hasn't is because you didn't give it the space to. Because you were holding on too tight. You were like, it's going to be this way or no way, right? And so the energies weren't able to be free. And this is you finally, once you can balance those things and surrender something that has made you feel bound and unhappy, it gives the room for this love to overflow, because I basically think you've been waiting just to find love. And it may not even be with this person, but this is the person that you have the most attachment to. So you feel like that's love for me. And I don't necessarily know if that's the case, right? And so it's looking at the way you've loved, and it's trying to balance your emotions, your mind, possibly, even for future reference of how you're going to deal with other connections, right? So I'm going to get some clarifiers to get a little bit more information, but sometimes the hardest choices we make are the ones that lead us to exactly what it is we want. So because the one thing in life that is always going to be true is no matter how tight you hold on to something, it doesn't make it fit, right? Because you're saying that you held on to this because you feel the two of you are a match. The two of you were destined to meet, and that may be true. It may be true that y'all are meant to be together, but not like this. Y'all are meant to be in a connection where there's love and honesty and truth and all of the things that don't keep you up at night, all of the things that don't stress you out. And if this is meant to be, then when it's time for it to come together, it will be. But holding on to it isn't going to make that happen. So no matter how firm you are that this is my twin flame, my life partner, my soulmate, it may be true, but there's no sense in waiting, right? There's no sense in just holding it so tightly that it can't grow. Because a lot of the lessons come from separation. A lot of the lessons come from distance. A lot of the lessons come from trusting in something higher than yourself to assist the change, right? So that's going to be your challenge for the month. It's kind of letting go, letting things be free. Now, let's see. For the present moment, yeah, you've been putting work into something that has brought you nothing but conflict and heartache, right? And it may be hard to make this change because both of these are fives, right? It might be really hard to put work into something different because you've done a certain thing a certain way for so long that it's just become not the best environment, right? There's a lot of sadness in it. And there's going to be a lot of sadness. You may even come against conflict trying to make this change in your life. Your ego is going to flare up and say, wait, hold on. No, 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 no. If you give up now, you are basically saying we were wrong, and we're not wrong, right? But it's going to take a little bit of work to change that mind. It's going to take a little bit of time to readjust and to move and to really look hard at the situations that you've been going through. But Aries are very intelligent. They are very good at, once they've made up their mind, going forward regardless of the consequences. So there's a big change in this energy, very big. So that's why I think in the future we see a lot better energy. Yeah, exactly. This right here, again, you got the Ace of Cups in the center. The Ten of Swords, this is the final chapter of this painful cycle. This is admitting that I need to let this tower fall. Like, I have had enough pain. I don't want to do this again. I want to let it go. Which brings in the love you've been looking for this whole time. Because this isn't love. The Ten of Swords is not love. This is betrayal. This is heartache. This is pain. This is almost a self-imposed pattern of pain. This is free. This is excitement, bliss, romance, success, a new direction, a new romance, flow, gratitude, joy. And then you get the sun. You know, like the sun may not come out overnight. But the sun is also here to tell you, which do you choose? Do you choose this or do you choose this? Right? And all it takes is a little bit of work on your part to just because I think you felt the pain already. I don't think the pain is new, right? The pain of you letting it go may be new because your ego may get a little bit, but I think this is a beautiful outcome. This is a transmutation. It's like you storming the gates of hell, right? Tell this devil he don't own your soul. That's the song that's playing, right? And taking back what the enemy has stole from you. Happiness. Love. So, my dearest Aries, if you'd like to continue to see the mid-months, make sure to like and engage in the videos. Now I'm going to pull from this Rebel deck. Some people don't like them because there's cursing, and sometimes they can be a little bit, harsh, but I enjoy them, so whatever works. So it says, you are the best thing to ever happen to you. Amen. Go easy on your ass. Buy your own damn drink. This is basically like you reclaiming your power, taking back what the enemy stole. You could do it by yourself. You can do bad all by yourself, but you can do better, So now I'm going to pull a Romance Angel as a love card to kind of see reconciliation. Okay. Someone from your past is returning to your life. I think you're the person that's returning to your life, honestly. And this could say in the future, once you let it go and they're able to have the room to change, then it has the potential to come back. But this to me is like the person from your past that's returning is you. Because I think you lost yourself along the way. For the Aries I'm reading for, only attach to what you resonate with, though. Like reverse roles as needed. But now I'm going to close it out with the Moonology. Emotions are running high. Supermoon. I do shuffle these cards, but Scorpio just got this card too, so you might be dealing with this Scorpio. I'm not sure. Now I'm going to pull some letter charms and other charms. To fully close it out, we have the letters Z, the letter B, another B, and a D. Baby daddy, I don't know. It could be the initials of your person. Now I'm going to pull some other charms and see what we got. Okay, we have a cross. So have faith in yourself. Fuck fear is what I'm getting. A comb, so maybe you're combing out the knots in your life. And I don't know, maybe you sew or something. This is that little thing that measures fabric. And then we've got a tree. Or no, this is a peacock. So to me, this is kind of like the devil, right? This is your ego. It's fighting against that ego to be able to be free and be able to fly. Because I don't think peacocks can fly. Yeah, I don't think so. So don't be like the peacock because they don't soar. All right, my Aries. Well, if you enjoyed it, please let me know in the comments. Make sure to like if you'd like, or engage in the video, share, whatever it is. I'm grateful for. So you'll be able to still see the mid-month soul connection readings. I love you guys. Thank you for watching if you've made it this far, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.